For 30 days, I'm sharing 30 of my favorite homemade swaps that I believe anybody can do. They're super easy, super delicious, and budget friendly. Today we're making homemade pizza with homemade pizza dough. I've shared my homemade pizza sauce already, but that's on my page somewhere. But I'm gonna show you 2 ways to make pizza dough. One way I'll do every once in a while. The second way is my preferred method because it is extra super easy, but I know not everybody's gonna be able to do the second option. So we'll do both today. If you like to use a cast iron pan, but a pizza pan, whatever you got will work really. First we wanna activate the yeast. I'm doing 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoon of this active dry yeast, 3/4 a cup of warm water. All of this yeast activate usually takes about 10 minutes. I'm adding 1 3/4 a cup of flour. You can do bread flour or all-purpose flour. I'm just using all-purpose flour. A teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm giving this a mix. You may need more flour, just mix it, and if it's not coming together, add a little bit more flour. Just gonna knead this by hand, probably like 10 minutes. You can just use your stand mixer, but sometimes I like to feel it with my hands to see if it needs more flour. I'm gonna place this in an oiled bowl and let it rise until it's doubled in size. It usually takes an hour to an hour and a half. My dough is doubled in size. I'm gonna like punch out these air bubbles. I'm just gonna take my, you can even see what I'm doing, stretch out stuff. I'm gonna try to make the ends like a little thick. I can have like a nice crust. I'm gonna cover this with the towel or my other pizza dough, which I'm behind on because I'm making both at the same time and getting confused. I'm taking a cast iron pan, which you can use whatever size you want. Stick this pan in the oven and preheat it to 425. And after it's preheated, and this is why it's my favorite, because all I do is take sourdough discard, which is why not everybody can do it. Not everybody has sourdough. All you do is just dump this in the pan. That's it. It's optional, but I like to do Italian seed. Oh shoot. This back in the oven for about 15 to 18 minutes. The other dough is resting on the counter. The other one's baking in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and get my toppings ready. For the sourdough discard pizza, I usually bake it at 425 for 13 minutes and then broil it for 3. But the regular dough pizza calls to bake at 475 to 500. So put it at 475. I'm putting the regular dough on the bottom rack, baking it for 15 minutes. I put this on the top rack, baking the same time. Now I'll move them both to the top rack and broil for 3 minutes. Hope you got that. Usually I broil my sourdough for 3 minutes, but maybe I should have done 2. But this is an easy homemade swap.